What's going on, boys? Mick here with another video, and as you can tell by the title, we're going to be looking at Call of Duty's Season 1 Reloaded roadmap and some update information. All really depressing stuff. Big shout out to the guys that have commented on my videos in the past. It means a lot, and especially somebody who does this for a hobby, seeing people interact and enjoying things I make, it is really nice, so appreciate that. So what we're going to look at in this video then is Call of Duty's announcement and their updates regarding the Season 1 Reloaded update that's coming in January 8th. Now, I seen this first update info about the carry forward stuff on Twitter, and as soon as I read it, my mood just dropped. You can just tell this Black Ops 7 title is just a content drop just to get them to Modern Warfare 4. All hope has been lost on this ship. They have genuinely just given up with this game and are probably going to make it a lot worse coming up to this next release. We're going to look into this in more detail, but there's all sorts of stuff like a Fallout crossover and some carry forward stuff, just dumping constant content on top of us and trying to keep us entertained. It really goes to show that the target audience is obviously low attention span people who do not care about the quality of Call of Duty titles. And look, constant content is what you want in a video game, especially something from a semi-live service game such as Call of Duty. The only difference is the content is reused and rehashed. It's also on top of a poorly done title, and it's really targeting that cosmetic kind of Fortnite heavy vibe. People don't want stuff like that when it comes to content. Back in the day when we got DLC, it was fresh maps, maybe a couple camos in Black Ops 2 cents, but it was fresh maps, fresh content, and it wasn't too much or overbearing. We're going to get into some of these Twitter posts and announcement pages and such, but it is going to be a lot of brought over stuff from the Black Ops 6 title. Obviously, I'm not a fan of Black Ops 7. I mean, the zombies is fun, and I guess the end game is kind of fun at times if you want to kill some time and watch some videos in the background. But all in all, this content announcements and the direction they're going with the title, it's just the same as what we've seen before, and it makes me wonder and it makes me think, is this the way Call of Duty is now? Are we just permanently like this now? Is it too naive to think we can go back to what we had before? The answer to that question is probably yes. The target audience is a lot different now. Despite even speaking to younger people in the target audience who definitely do prefer older Call of Duties, it seems like this is the direction they're going to head in. And now, I mean, it's up to Call of Duty and there's board of directors and their shareholders and how they make the most money. I guess this kind of small crossover content dump, low effort game is making them the most money, which is sad to see. Gamers used to care about games and gamers used to make games, and the way we've just been going is just crazy. I understand that the quality of my videos and the way I've been talking and stuff, even though this is a hobby, I'm starting to follow suit of some of these Call of Duty hater channels. Why I'm not happy with any of the titles in the past, when we're talking about recent releases. I am still a Call of Duty fan. I always have been growing up. It hurts to see a game that's always been good and you can always rely on it being a fun shooter just go down this road. Rambling too much, we're going to look at some of the announcements and some of this update information and see what Season 1 Reloaded is going to look like for us, so let's get straight into that. Okay then, first thing we're going to look at is the Season 1 Reloaded carry forward information. Now, this is kind of what I was talking about at the start of the video. This is rehashed and reused content that was in Black Ops 6 that's going to be in Black Ops 7 now. Stuff like that is never received well from me. It always puts me in a downer. When you find out your update is just going to be something you already had in a video game, it's really depressing. Okay, so the tweet goes on to say that we're getting Fringe map from Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 6. Again, rehashed content from all the way back to Black Ops 3. This is just depressing to see. The team are either really focused on Modern Warfare 4 or just do not care about content in these games at all. While Black Ops 7 definitely isn't lacking in any multiplayer maps, it's still annoying to see developers getting away with reusing stuff. I truly hope it's the latter and they are focusing on Modern Warfare 4, but we'll have to see when that title does drop. It is kind of a little bit too much of a hopeful feeling for me when it comes to that game. Okay, zombies and multiplayer then will receive the shock charge, the impact grenade, the thermal grenade, the war machine, combat bow, death machine, and the grim reaper. Now, I'm not sure if they're going to add some calling cards or badges along with some of this equipment and content, but a lot of this and what has been going on is giving me the really bad feeling that this is going the route that Fortnite took. Going further then, the multiplayer only, we'll see the morphine injector, the tactical insertion, the Archangel launcher, the Dreadnought, the SAM turret, and the strategic bomber. Most of these being score streaks then that were in the Black Ops 6 title. I'm not referring to how Detonator wrote the tweet, but when Call of Duty listed all this content and all this reused stuff, it kind of gave me this vibe that they were look at what we've done, we're proud. It's it really annoyed me or sat wrong with me. Now, I get that it's not a fresh season and it is just reloaded, but my thinking would be I would rather not have this stuff and just have a less content dumped season 1 reloaded and then have a season 2. This just like muddies the water when you add stuff in like this to a season 1 reloaded update. It just makes everything feel really poorly done and lazy and, I don't know, money hungry. Okay, moving on then, we have the Season 1 Reloaded roadmap that they've put out. Going over to Warzone, there's going to be another limited time mode. Obviously, these aren't popular. LTMs aren't popular for the most part. Like, this is from my personal experience and people I play with, but like, LTMs are very hit and miss, and they do mostly miss. Again, win streak camos, like, I really do believe that there's too many camos in Call of Duty. We do not need these camos. Unless you could, like, click on your player information of your friends or yourself and kind of have, like, a camo book or something that you can show off what you've unlocked, but you can literally just put 2 camos on, and they're always going to be your mastery camos because you want to show that off. Obviously, there's some few outliers that, you know, pick ones they like, but for the most part, people are just putting on their sweatiest camo, so I don't understand why we're seeing more and more of these, but I guess win streaks are kind of fun. Weapons operators and more. We're going to see the Stormwolf 45. I think that might be like a UMP 45, and the Hawker HX. That kind of looks like a MSR to me, I believe. I'm not too sure. Yeah, so 2 new weapons coming out mid-season. This kind of looks like an MSR to me, but I'm not too sure if it's a Hawker HX and it's a sniper rifle. Operators then, you're going to get a Tracer Pack Legend Reborn. I'm not sure if that's like a store thing, and then there's more operator bundles. So I'm assuming these are going into the store, so all these guys can make some money, because what we do know about Call of Duty is they're very low on money, and we should give them more. Another new camo, event camo, crazy. Yet again, just way too many camos in my opinion. Then we got some new events surrounding Warzone, and obviously there is the Fallout TV show cast. Black Ops 7 then, this will be the multiplayer itself. Yake as a map, or Yaki, I'm not sure, it looks like a Japanese city. Meltdown remaster, again. These guys literally, like, it's almost like somebody has a gun to their head and telling them to remaster and remake shit. It's really crazy. Like, how many remasters do we need? The thing that made these maps good, by the way, wasn't the map for the most part. It was the game. So if you put something really good into a shit game, it's going to make the map shit. Gameplay updates, there's going to be an LTM for multiplayer called Takeover. Not too sure what that is. It might be something done in the past, but I obviously haven't been paying attention. More weekly rewards and Season 1 camos, because what this game needs for sure is more camos, and I hope they bring out more. The Fallout event then, that's the main thing about this, and as I said, as you can tell by my thumbnails, I am a Fallout fan. I do like playing Fallout, I have done my whole life. But regardless of that fact, that something about this Fallout event is annoying me, and I don't know if it's my hatred for COD, but it's just like, it doesn't fit in my opinion, but we'll just have to see what the content is and how it plays. Zombies then, my most important thing for me anyway, is going to be a 115 day. I'm not sure what that is. New limited time modes for zombies. Kind of like we've seen with the holiday stuff that I might make a couple of videos on, but there has been some holiday LTMs added to the game. And there's going to be a directed mode for Astra Millennium, that kind of Easter egg thing that everybody's already found and done. All in all, fortunately, that is all the content information that we have for Season 1 Reloaded itself. Like I am getting tired of remastered and reworked and redone. Like, the word RE itself is just pissing me off at this point. And it's not even Call of Duty or the gaming industry itself. I mean, like, films and TV shows, everything that comes out is just like remakes and reworks of stuff that was done in the past. I honestly think we're going to hit a generation that not only is it all remakes, but they're going to double remake the remakes, and that's going to be an interesting generation. I might not be around for that one, but I think that's what's going to happen. Like, I feel like nothing original can be made anymore, and especially when it comes to Call of Duty. Now, I do understand that when it comes to back-to-back releases like Modern Warfare 2 and 3 and Black Ops 6 and 7, that there is going to be time constraints and manpower issues when it comes to developing these games, so sometimes they are going to need to rework and remake stuff, but at the same time, when they do this with the maps and modernize them, they do have to develop them and change them for different settings and movements and stuff. So, like, I understand that there is some time constraints and difficulties there, but it seems like it's almost enough. It's almost the same amount of work just to remake stuff. And when we had that Modern Warfare 3 remake that had all the old MW2 maps, they just weren't good. They played horrible because the game was different. The thing with remakes and reworks and stuff like this when it comes to Call of Duty, I feel like Nuketown is fine because that's just like an industry standard at this point. I know a lot of people don't like it, but Nuketown in these titles is fine for me. When you're bringing bringing back old maps and old Call of Duty classics that we used to love, like Standoff or Terminals, maps like these that everybody knew and loved, you know. When you do that, you have to do it right, and you have to do it on the rare occasion, because too much of a good thing means it's a bad thing. If Call of Duty want to do these remakes and reworks in the future with their different titles like Modern Warfare 4, I pray to God it doesn't launch with remade maps, but it probably will. In the future, if Call of Duty wanted to do this properly, they would do this sparingly and have a lot more effort into it, and they would only pick maps that would play well in that title. As you can see, I'm not in the minority when it comes to some of my opinions on this title. There's a lot of public sentiment about this game, and it is highly negative, as you can see from those YouTube comments. Plenty of negative feedback out there when it comes to Call of Duty, and it's a lot of social media posts, it's a lot of YouTube videos, and the people that are suffering the most are the OG customers like us. Putting Standoff in Black Ops 7 for me was a horrible idea, and it's nostalgia bait, because Black Ops 2 was my favourite multiplayer Call of Duty of all time, without a doubt. And even then, with Standoff and the wall bouncing and the slide cancelling, it just plays different, and it's not the same map, so it's not good for me, in my personal opinion. Now, I understand people out there do like some of these remade and reworked maps, and they like bringing the old back, and that's fine. Everybody has their own opinion, but in terms of Call of Duty and their quality when they're putting out these titles, it is important not to do too many remakes. And the same goes for Zombies as well. I mean, I understand that there was no real remakes or reworks, but they're kind of basing some of these locations off on the Ashes of the Damned map from Black Ops 2 Zombies maps. It's very clear, especially Farm and Exit 115. Look, and that's not to say I don't want Zombies maps being brought forward, because I definitely do, especially in these survival game modes like in the background. I would have liked to have Town or some old map being brought forward. The issue I have with Ashes of the Damned and the survival maps itself is not only do they copy bits of Black Ops 2 and then try and call it an original map, but the survival maps are just the boundaries changed on Ashes of the Damned. Like, you can even trigger the music Easter egg in that vehicle in Exit 115. In conclusion then, the Season 1 Reloaded information that we've been given is going to be a lot of brought forward and reused assets and reused content. Whether that's good or not is always up to your opinion, but in terms of Black Ops 7, it's just going further downhill for me personally. Whether or not, I won't get into too much of what I don't like about this game in this video, because I could go on for a long time. But I do want to thank you if you've made it to the end of this video. I really do appreciate you watching this. I make these videos as a hobby, so any interaction or any comment that you leave always makes my day, and I always mean to reply to the people that do, so thank you very much to those guys. Like I said, I'm going to end the video now, so if you did enjoy the video, maybe let me know at the bottom, or let me know what you think about the Season 1 Reloaded update that's coming to this game, if you're still playing Black Ops 7 at this point. That's going to do it for me. Thanks for watching, and Merry Christmas, boys. I'll see you in the next one.